you had called it revolutionary, and people look at Jewish tradition and they say, well, it's conservative. There's a tradition, there's a corpus of law there that's passed from generation to generation, and then all of a sudden we're seeing something that's revolutionary. So how do you have a revolution within such an entrenched tradition?
It's a great question. How do you have a revolution in a tradition that is so fixed and often dogmatic and very precise and meticulous? It seems that Judaism is allergic to revolution. And that's exactly what triggered the ire of some of the great Talmudists of the era. A person like the Vilna Gaon, Rabbi Elijah, Ben Shlomo Zalman, Reb Shlomo Zalman Kramer. Rabbi Elijah is known as the Gaon of Vilna, who lived in Lithuania and Vilna. He was of the greatest minds and sages of the time. He became a fierce opponent of the Hasidic movement. And I think one of the reasons was all revolution smacked of danger, of alien thoughts. Who's going to be now the new false Messiah? What's going to happen now to the Jewish people? Let's just remain on our consistent trajectory so to keep everything safe. So we can understand very much that position, and it's very much based on this question. And the answer to that is, from the Hasidic perspective, of course, is Mozart, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, did not have to invent new keys on the piano in order to demonstrate his brilliance and to give the world the gift of his profound and ecstatic music. Mozart's and Beethoven's and Bach's, etc., they use the same 84 or 88 keys that we have in our piano, but instead of sitting down and like da 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 da, they sit down and like la 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 la. In other words, it's the same keys, but what you do with those keys has to do with your own innovation and creativity. And I think this was the uniqueness of the Baal Shem Tov's revolution. He didn't change the keys. He didn't add any piano keys. He didn't take away any piano keys. The same keys that were made. We don't change Shabbat, and we don't change Tefillin, and we don't change the structure of halacha, whether it's Pesach or Shavuos or Sukkot or the obligations of the code of law. And he did not change a thing. If anything, he added more meticulous observance and more passion and creativity and mindfulness in the observance of Yiddishkeit. The revolution consisted of the fact that the very same keys suddenly were lending themselves to such beautiful compositions, to such profound music. And essentially, this was, I think, his most powerful contribution, to be able to uncover what was already embedded in Judaism, but is often concealed and can't be seen. Another component of this has to do with the fact that the greatest revolutions happen internally, not externally. External revolutions are always short-lived, even powerful ones, because by nature, they're being imposed from the outside. The deepest revolutions are revolutions that change people on the inside. And that was the second tremendous skill of the Baal Shem Tov. He managed to teach people about their infinity. And once you touch your own infinity, you're not the same person.